Leafield Journal. In this video, my family and myself are heading to what might be quite possibly the most beautiful country on earth, New Zealand. Or if you're my wife, you pronounce it New Zealand. I'm heading over with a series of landscapes in mind that I want to create. One of them being is I want to shoot some mountains from the water. So I've brought my underwater housing and a bunch of other gear to help me do this. So I'm pretty excited to start this trip. Are you ready?
Oh, your seatbelt.
Okay, we're gonna have a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Anyone that's ever road trip with kids will recognize those affirmations. New Zealand in winter, well, at least at the start of winter when we went, is a freaking photographer's paradise, man. I mean, come on. Just look at what we're driving through. First stop on the trip, well, what at least I think is the first stop, is the Cardrona Hotel on our way out to Wanaka. An incredibly essential pit stop for beer, some hot chippies, and to make sure that my eldest daughter doesn't throw up in the rental. Again. If you've made it this far in the video and you're thinking to yourself, geez, can this guy speak in anything other than monotone? The answer is yes, I can, as my voice is about to get very high pitched.
Yes, it is.
One of the main reasons I wanted to get into the water to take these photos is I wanted to take a photo of the mountains, but from a different perspective. I've shot the mountains dozens of times. However, I've never really seen shots of them from the water. That's not to say they don't exist. It's that I just didn't look very hard. I actually don't think I looked at all. At this point in time, you're probably thinking, wow, this is probably the worst angle you could have mounted the GoPro to shoot this segment. And if you are saying that, I would agree with you.
That was very cold.
How good was Wanaka?
Good.
You met a friend? Dad got in the water?
My friend Isla. And I vomited.
You vomited? Isla vomited?
My friend Isla.
Yeah.
She lives at New Zealand.
Does she?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool place to live.
She lives at Wanaka.
Lives in Wanaka.
I said jump on the bumpy bit.
The year is 1939, and old Buckeye Bill's up to his no good ways again. See, not just monotone, I can do hillbilly. Now we're heading north to the Mackenzie region, to my favourite little town of Twizel. Words cannot describe the beauty of this town. Apparently neither can video, because I didn't really take any. I went about planning the filming of this trip very haphazardly and figure it out on the day when I get there. I just wanted to document the trip the best I could, but the photos were always the primary focus. and I guess making sure that my family had a good time. Right now we are heading to Mount Cook National Park to take some photos and argue with our kids in a very beautiful location. Hey girls, can you come over here and tell me, come have a look at this fence. Do you reckon if it's electric or not?
Dad, I'm not animal.
I don't know. Ooh, Nelly. Yes, I almost did fall over. Huh? Maybe you got gloves on.
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Come on, dudes. We got about 500 meters into this walk before a certain diva had a complete meltdown about their attire. So I ran back to the car, changed my jacket, and then met with my family back up at the 500 meter mark. One of the biggest bummers of this walk, on the day at least anyway, is that the actual bridge to get across to Mount Cook was actually closed quite a ways away from the mountain. So I couldn't even really get a clear view of the mountain, which was a bummer. However, while we were walking towards the mountain, we did see this massive avalanche, which I kid you not, it looked like half the mountain had just fallen off. It was awesome to see. And like everyone who claims they've seen Bigfoot, no, I didn't get it on camera. Sorry. She's alright. Keep going. Right behind you, babe. Just to be clear, we're not being rude here to walk in front of these person's pictures. Good job, babe. We waited for about a minute, but they just didn't stop taking photos. So we had to keep moving at some point. Scared? Oh yeah, that's good. You look like a mini alpinist. What? Mount Cook. Hugs and kisses. We'll be back soon. Over the past couple of years, I've been fortunate enough to shoot some lifestyle automotive work. And those types of jobs are really fun. They usually pay well and are usually in a really cool location. So whenever I come to New Zealand, I always try and make sure I shoot the hire car so I've got more work for the folio. And a great man once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. Michael Scott. On holidays, I am the cliche dad. Every morning, I'm up well and truly before the sun even rises. And just look at what you get to experience while no one else is there. Really is quite magical. May 24th, 2025. My birthday, and also the last day of our trip in New Zealand. This is my last chance to get a photo of the mountains from the water that I'm really proud of. It's cold. Let's do it. More than anything, I wanted to capture snow on one of these mountains, but we were too early in the season for that, so I settled for some orange glow from the sunrise. I got in here way too early. What I didn't show is that I got out and did some star jumps to keep myself warm until that sun popped. Need to be quick, I'm going to freeze to death. The lake was actually quite calm that morning, so to create a bit of drama, I disturbed the water in front of the lens. And although it's not snow, I'm pretty happy with the final shot. If I was to judge the trip on that last photo, I would call the trip a success. Wasn't exactly what I wanted with a snow-capped mountain, but I'm still pretty happy. We were in New Zealand for the best part of a week. I think the whole trip was 7 days in total. And obviously I haven't shown you everything of what we did. What I showed you is pretty much what I think is the highlight reel. And some days I just took photos and didn't film, and some days I just filmed and didn't take photos. And if I'm being completely honest, some of the angles that I just put the GoPro were devastatingly bad. However, be rest assured, the future videos have been filmed with a structure in mind, so they'll be a lot cleaner. And I filmed them without smudgy lenses. So if you liked this video, you know what to do. And if you didn't like this video, you know what to do. Until next time.